Hello guys, so welcome to my video. Today I'm gonna show you how to transform your drawing from something like this, where you're not very sure where to put eyes, nose and mouth in face drawing, to the ability to map out the face quite confidently in around 10 days to 14 days. And you can learn from my skill and improve your drawing very fast. So let's see how we can do it. So commonly when I search online about how to draw head, there's actually a lot of questions that I have in my mind. It's because, let me show you where I was previously. So where I was is that I used to draw head with this way, and then with a cross angle, draw the head, draw something like this, and I start mapping out the ears, the eyes, and then the nose and mouth. Yeah, so something like this. This is what I used to do. However, when I was putting the eyes and the facial expressions, I have a lot of questions in my mind, to be honest. So these are the common questions that I used to have, and it sounds quite simple and it's quite stupid, to be honest, but I'm sorry, but I do have a lot of questions during that time. So the common one will be why my face is either very big or very small, and how big should the eyes be, because if you put the eyes very large, then it leads to the next questions, is that what's the distance between the eyes and the ears, and it just makes the drawing very weird and very awkward to look, and you know that it's quite deformed, but you don't really know how to change it. And the questions at the bottom is mainly for like a low angle, so when you're looking the character from the lower above, or when you're looking from high, then these are quite difficult angles to tackle. The reason behind it is that the way I used to practice, which is this circle / cross angle method, it actually doesn't really tell you much about how head works. So it's because when you're looking at the face, so when you look at my face or the character's face, you actually are looking at 3 planes. So this is the face of the character. However, there are quite a lot of different planes on the face that's not shown when you use the previous method of this. So this is the side, and this is the top. So essentially you're dealing with 3 planes when you're drawing head, and if you do it the previous way, then you're essentially quite like freestyle, or you have to have a good imaginations in your mind about where the plane is. Like, this is the side, this is the front, this is the top of the head. So how do we tackle this? So it's actually quite simple. So we know that head is like a circle, so we need a circle, but we also need a method to see different planes of the head. So we need like a cube that shows you different places. So if you combine them together, we're gonna get a new guidelines for you to draw head. So something like this. So this is the plane, this is like the jawline, and then you add a circle inside. Here we go. So this is the new guidelines that I've been using for drawing head. It is very helpful, I would say, and I'll show you later, and also teach you how to practice and improve your head drawing with this method, with this new guidelines. But before that, we need to learn about where to put the eyes and the nose and mouth, and how the face look in different angles. So we need to do that. So first, we need to see the front of the face. So the front of the face is usually quite difficult, I would say. It's more difficult than any other angles, because if you don't draw it correctly, it looks very deformed, like the previous drawing that I was doing. It makes the face look very small and very compacted. So yeah, so this is probably, I think, the most difficult angle that you need to deal with. And then the side view. So the side view is something like this. Here we go. Good, something like this. We'll just tackle these two, and then any other angles I'll mention it later. So first, I suggest you to draw the face contour first, because it allows you to like size out the eyes more easily. You know, oh, whether this eyes is too big or too small if you know the face, how big the face is. So first, we need to know, where are the ears? Ears is usually at the same level of the eyes. So this is the eye. So this is the eye. So the ear should be somewhere here. So like this. Now we just draw out, because we know that this is the side of the face. Something like that. Okay, and then in terms of the jaw, something like that. And the good part about this guideline is that when you're drawing the side, you have the draw line essentially draw for you already. You just follow this line and then to here, and then the other side is mapped out for you already. So this is very, very convenient and very, very easy to draw. Okay, good. Now the hard part. So we need to know where we want to put the eyes. And the eyes on the front view is usually quite difficult to say, but I would say usually it's around this area. And between the eyes, so the distance between the eyes is usually the width of another eye as well. So you can map it out something like this, something like that. So just draw, but you can always change it, to be honest, but it doesn't really matter. We just need to know the position with confidence. Then after that, if you need any adjustments, just do it later. It doesn't really matter. So the reason why I really like to draw the side view is that the eyes is very convenient. It's just in the cross section of this area. So it's somewhere here. It's very easy. And then the other side is around the same width. So somewhere here. Good. And the nose and the mouth. Nose, as he said, usually it's really difficult to say where the nose is, because it really depends on what kind of characters you want, and you can adjust it later. But for example, if you draw the nose quite close to the eyes, it makes the character quite cute, whereas if you lower it down a little bit, then it makes the character looks a bit more mature. So it really depends on where you want to put it, and you can try it in different methods. But generally, it should be around, yeah, it should be around here. You know, just try to put one place and then see how it looks. It doesn't really have much to say because there's too many adjustments to it. So for that one, just somewhere here should be fine. Finally, the mouth. Mouth is, as I said, is the distance between the nose and the jaw. It's in the middle of it. So somewhere here, somewhere here. And the eyebrow. Eyebrow will just be above. Something interesting to note is that because there's a line over here and there's a line over here. It indicates two different planes. So often when you analyze different photos and like illustrations, there's like a weird like I don't really know how to describe it, but like a change in angles. I'll say probably change in angles in their eyebrows and eyes. It can look like this, or when you're drawing the eyes, you might notice like, for example, like there's like a dipping down and then going back. So this area and this area actually corresponds to this line. So it is actually very interesting to see like this guideline is able to show you. Okay, so what's next? So I'm gonna practice one head so that you understand how powerful this guideline is. So we're gonna analyze this photo, these illustrations, the reference. So first, you put the line across, that's where her eyes are, and then draw the center line. Center line is usually based on the jaw. So it depends on where the jaw is. That's where you draw. It's not where the nose and the mouth is. Okay, and then just map it out. Something about here. Oh yeah, and the powerful part, this guideline, is that it allows you to draw different angles like this one. So if you're drawing like low angle and high angle, if you use the previous methods, you have to freestyle for mainly from your cross lines. So if you know that you're drawing the low angle, your guideline should be higher, and if you're drawing like high angle, then your guideline should be lower. However, if you use my method, or the method that I mentioned just now, you can draw it with ease, because if you know how to draw like a cube, that's a high angle. So see, then you don't need to worry about like where to put the head and stuff, because you knew that the ears will be lower compared to the eye level. Or if you draw like a high angle, which is this way, then you'll notice that the ears is actually higher than the eyes. And it just makes your life easier because you have a box in front of you, so you know where to put different things. So yeah, so hopefully like this method will really improve your art really fast, and you'll be able to start like drawing different things and like start to focusing on the expressions and like the different styles of eyes. So you can have a big jump in your drawing journey, and I think it's just amazing. Like I think it's amazing to be able to learn something like this. And you can see that usually I draw one like vertical line to see whether her head is tilted or not. So you can also do that as well if you want. And then we can see that her head is slightly tilted. So we just draw the cross sections. Well, yeah, still not very good at it, but you know, it's just process. Something like that. Yeah, something like this should be fine. Okay, good. And then we need to start mapping out the eyes and the face as well. So head the circle. There you go. Good. Something like that. Just erase it a little bit. Okay. So we can see that her eyes eyes is slightly towards the side of it. So we'll just draw it here, you know. Actually, I'll redraw the guidelines. Hold on. Let me redraw the guidelines. This guideline is not very good. Okay, sorry guys. So this is the guidelines that we need to do. Okay. And then we know that the eyes is slightly towards around here. And the other eyes is on the side. Something like that. So you can start mapping out the face. Something like here. Something like that. Should be good. And then the eyes is on this side. And another benefit of this, like, adjust the position of the eyes according to the guidelines. So that's why it's very powerful and very, very useful. What's it called? Adjust the height of the eyes, because we know that the eyes is around the same level. So if your eyes is above the guideline, you can shove it down a little bit. And also, and the eyebrow is here. Something like that. Something like that. Should be good. Probably her left eye is slightly bigger than what I expected. Something like that. I think her eyes is quite big. Probably she looks a little bit cute. Just lower down her nose, and then to make the character more cuter, you can increase the size of the eyes a little bit more. And then increase it a little bit. So overall, drawing is like your own decision making. So if you think that you need to adjust it a little bit, just make your own adjustments. Don't be afraid. Just adjust it so that you think it's beautiful enough. Okay? So let's see how good I did. So you can see that the face, the eyes is actually slightly bigger, too big. And I should like lower them down a little bit more. And the ears as well. So yeah, that was not very good. But hopefully you get my idea. Hopefully you understand what I mean by the fact that this guideline allows you to draw with confidence. Because actually when I was drawing, I wasn't really like doubting myself. I thought it was very good, but you know, the result doesn't show it, but you feel confident. You have the confidence of drawing and mapping out the eyes. So I think that's the most important, one of the most important benefit of this drawing method. And just feel free to like tweak a little bit or adjust a little bit. So now we're gonna talk about like how to practice it, and it's actually what I did just now. So you find a reference photo, and then you analyze it with the guidelines, and then draw it yourself. Don't be afraid, or like don't feel very frustrated if initially you're not very good at it, because as you can see, I'm not very good at it either. But like with around 10 heads, you start to understand like the general idea of how to draw a head, and you have a picture of where to put the eyes and nose and mouth, and you'll have a better understanding about the 3 different planes on the head. So I think this is a massive jump for your like awareness in drawing. And yeah, so then you can start mapping it out. So you can, usually I go for this side first, this side, and then that side, and then map out the what's it called, the face. And then you draw another one over here, and then over time you will start to be good at it and improve a lot. And then after that, you can start to practice, as I mentioned, the different styles of eyes and ears and nose and mouth, and you can start enjoying the drawing even more. So that's the end of the video, and thank you very much for watching. And if you have any questions or concerns regarding to the guidelines or how to draw heads, just feel free to comment down below and I'll have a look, and we'll see what we can do for that question and see what we can improve on it. If you want to look for videos about how to practice on mannequins, then you can check out my another videos on the system I learned and how I break the mannequin down into different parts of practice so that you can practice with ease. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, and enjoy your practice and enjoy the pain and frustrations, and see you guys in the next video. Bye.